Hi, this is Luca Stefani from lucadestefani.com, my self-publishing revolution.com, and myvideocourserevolution.com. And today I'm happy to introduce to you one of my successful students, Mr. Vincent. And he is a successful publisher that started my course about 1 month and a half ago, and he's having great success. And so, yeah, just introduce yourself.
Okay, yeah, so my name's Vincent. I started publishing about a year and a half ago. Um, and yeah, I just picked it up. I wrote a lot of the books myself, but just because I wanted to work hard but not, outsource too much, I was really careful at first. Um, I haven't taken that many courses, but once when I came across your course, uh, I think the sales page at first didn't trigger me at first to buy it. Also because it's $300. I mean it's still a lot of money. But when I saw some of your videos, I was more interested, and then I took a look at it again, and eventually I bought the course, even though I already made some money on with publishing. So.
Okay. So how much money were you making, roughly speaking, when you first joined my course?
About $4,500
Four and
per
a half
month.
thousand dollars. So you were already experienced publisher. So did you find the course
Mm-hmm.
different? Did you like it? Did you find it, helpful?
Yeah, what interested me is that you had a lot less books than I did, and but you were making more money. You were making more than double, and so I thought, he's got to know some things that I don't. He probably knows something about keywords or markets or something else. And you mentioned a few things briefly in your videos, and then I decided to, yeah, okay, let's take a look. Let's buy the course and see if it has anything in there that I don't know already.
Okay, so right, and we were talking before about CreateSpace, your results with CreateSpace, which are quite remarkable. I was impressed myself. So how are you doing with CreateSpace?
So CreateSpace was my biggest source of income. I mean, I made some on Kindle and some on audio, but CreateSpace was the most. But still, I mean, there's no way to know how to price your books, or there's some other little tweaks that I could have done better, and so I think I heard you mention it in one of your videos that you found like a sweet spot or something,
Yeah.
and I thought, okay, if I could find that, and if that works, and even then when I bought the course, I was a little hesitant. Like I thought, like, I don't know if this is gonna work because maybe people won't buy it if I change it this way.
Yeah.
And but then you just said something on your Facebook group, like, just start bringing in the money already. Just follow the steps and don't deviate. And then I changed some of the things on CreateSpace, and yeah, it's about double the CreateSpace sales. The Kindle and audio sales stayed pretty consistent, but CreateSpace sales has doubled. So.
Wow, that's a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, CreateSpace is my biggest stream of income. Talking about Kindle as well. I mean, it always is. And the second one will probably be audiobooks in a short while because, well, there is money to be made in audio, but of course that takes more time to publish. So
Yeah.
it's not as quick as CreateSpace. And so you're already making good money. And what's your final target?
Yeah, I think when I get, I don't know, my goal was always to make 10,000. So, and I made it once around Christmas, but everybody's Christmas sales go up usually, and so after Christmas it dropped again, and I was like, okay, I want to make it consistently. I think so. Yeah, I made about 4,500 the last time I got paid, and I think in a month or two when I get paid all the CreateSpace money and stuff, then I think I'll be up to like 6,500 because the CreateSpace sales doubled. So yeah, it's definitely paid off.
That's amazing, 6,500. And around how many books do you have, if you don't mind me asking you?
I have about 200 books, and some of those are really short books that I just wrote in a day, and other ones are a little bigger. But yeah, that's what intrigued me. I noticed that you had less books and
Yeah. Oh,
you still
I have a
a lot.
lot of less book. I have a
Yeah.
quarter of your books actually.
Hmm. So
So
yeah, it's more so. Yeah, and it's more so about yeah. There's some books that bring in tons of money and others don't, and I see that too. Some of my books I make hundreds, and other books, yeah, just a few bucks every month. But just depends on the strategy that you use.
okay. How about finding profitable keywords? Did the course help? Did you know everything about that? Did you learn anything new?
I definitely learned some new things. I mean, I knew something about it, and obviously that's why I had some success. But yeah, yeah, you have some steps in the course and some what is it like criteria, just to say like, okay, if this is not the case, if this is not the case, then it's not a good keyword. But you
Yeah.
have to find something that's this and this and this, and you explain it and you say like, this is pretty much what you have to work with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there is a science behind it, and people sometimes don't
Hmm.
understand it, but there is a scientific way to go about finding keywords. And you're quite active on my secret Facebook group as well. You post all the times, and you give people advice. Has the Facebook group something you enjoy? Do you think it's a good way to help each other?
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the people that come there are very straightforward, like you, most times, and there's not so much fluff. I've noticed other Kindle gurus, they're making a lot of money, but then that they also have a lot of things about, I don't know, motivation or
Yeah.
about hard work or some other stuff that has nothing to do with it, and I just want to know how to do better business and make more money, and
Yeah,
so then you just
exactly.
got to be very black and white.
Yeah, that's where it's at. I mean, we are in this to make money. I don't like those gurus either because I mean, they deflect your attention from the fact that you are in this business to make money and to improve the money that we make. Otherwise, there is no point, even because no money, no business. But for some
Yeah.
reason, they say allergic to say stuff like that. So, well,
Yeah.
we keep
Yeah.
ourselves to ourselves anyway.
Yeah, because I used to be a little bit. I mean, when I first started out, I posted a lot on social media, and I don't know. I used a lot of things that pretty
Oh,
much
yeah,
wasted my time
yeah.
and
Talk to me
brought
about
me.
that. So being a successful publisher that has, doubled his royalties with my techniques, so we can call them so. But being a person that makes a lot of money and not a beginner anymore, do you think that you have to do social media, you have to do promotion outside Amazon and all the stuff?
No. I think you may get a few downloads and maybe in the long run a few reviews or maybe even a few sales, but with the time that you're putting into it, I think people really overestimate how much it's worth.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
So.
absolutely.
And it's all based on the principle. I think we had an experience that we were selling physical books one time at a fair here, and and there was all these booths, and it was around Christmas, and we thought we were going to have great sales, but there were shows at the end of the booths, and everybody just ignored the booths and went straight to the shows, and nobody really bought anything,
Yeah, exactly.
and it just goes to show like, and sometimes people think that people are so like customers are so like, oh, they're impulsive and they're just going to buy something when they see something, but a lot of people are very targeted, they're very goal oriented, and so they have something in mind, they look it up. What's the go-to website is always Amazon or
Exactly.
eBay or something. It's
It's like
like one of the
Twitter.
big websites, and that's where they go to buy stuff, so that's where you got to be.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, people don't go look for books on Twitter, on Facebook, or on Pinterest. I never heard of them.
No, not
I
typically.
mean, would you
No.
imagine how ridiculous that is? Yeah, in fact, I mean, they go on Amazon, and if you do things right, which you are doing, I mean, you just get organic sales from Amazon because Amazon has all the interest in the world to promote your books. I mean, there is no point in all these things about driving traffic and organic reviews and whatever. I want to get into that. And
Yeah.
do you? I'm curious. I never asked you. Do you build an email list?
Yeah, I am building an email list, but it's pretty small.
It's pretty small.
And I think sometimes I make it sound a lot easier than it is. I think putting a permanently free book out there will definitely do that. I didn't do that. I haven't done it, and maybe I'll do it sometime in the future. But I don't know. I have a few hundred emails, um, and that's about it. I think it's a lot harder than they think, and I also think that there's like a 20% response rate, but that doesn't mean that they're all going to buy a lot of stuff. I mean,
Yeah, and by the way, I noticed with my major pen names email list that they will buy. Like I can send out an email and I get like 10 purchases in about 5 minutes. But then even if I ask for a review, they will not leave it. Some of them will, but now we're talking about 2 or 3 reviews. I mean, what's the point? And this goes back to the old hype of accumulating reviews for email marketing and whatever. But as you said, I mean, first of all, it's not true that there is always money in the list. If you build it from the wrong niche, which may work for Kindle, but it doesn't mean that it will work for affiliate marketing or something. And especially, I mean, the target people expect maybe free books. If they got on your email list from a permanently free book. I mean, we're talking about free stuff, and then all of a sudden you ask them for a review, and they're too lazy to give it to you. That's all true, and you can relate to this. So you're building an email list, but you're not monetizing on that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm monetizing a little bit. Like sometimes I have a free book, and then on the bottom I have like a 99-cent book suggested. And what I always do is I always put an affiliate link to Amazon in there, because if they don't buy the book, or if it's free and they don't make any money off of that, if they go shopping on Amazon after that, you still get a small percentage. Right. So I still make a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, I was meant to ask you that because there are a lot of people claiming, to make thousands of dollars on the back end, which is possible. I mean, I know somebody that does. I happen to make some money as well, but it's not as automatic as you might think, because you're making great money, but still, like, the back end doesn't even come close. That's what I'm saying. And for me as well. I don't claim to make 10K with affiliate marketing from Kindle at all. So I mean, I think the message here is just focus on what's right about Kindle publishing and to monetize the 3 streams of income that you have with Kindle publishing.
Yeah, and especially on CreateSpace. Yes, that has been the biggest stream of income, and there you can't even get emails because.
Well, you could potentially. You could actually. There is a way, but then it gets too complicated, and it branches out. What I always say that Kindle is one thing, but then when you branch out to email marketing, then it's a different beast which you must be ready for. Right? It's not. I mean, the transition is not as automatic as people. I don't know why make it out to be. Like you can have 2,000 emails from Kindle and paper books, and still, like, the niche you're in is wrong. It's under your pen name, so you can't even produce YouTube videos. The old story is just too contracted, and you can't really, like, monetize further because, after a certain point, you're stuck. And that's why I don't advise people to build a huge email list with Kindle publishing, because, I mean, if you have to do email marketing, just do email marketing with your own name. I mean, as Luca and Stephanie, I can gather 1 million emails, and there is me behind it. I can produce videos, shoot lives, because that's what drives traffic, if anything. If you're under a pen name, after a while, it's a pen name. And so...
Yeah, that's true.
But we're branching out too much and giving everybody a mentorship. I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I have one pen name that I think makes... I have a few pen names, so different books, different niches, but one pen name I think is more than 50 or 60%, maybe even more than 70% of my income, and but I have 30 email addresses, so that's about it.
I do have 2 pen names as well. One bringing in about 75% of the royalties, and then there is 25% or 730 or something. And I do collect emails, so I will get the odd, 3 or 4 per day, but it's not my main focus. The link is there, so if somebody wants to opt in, then they're welcome to do so. It gives me some extra boost during the review process, but nothing major. One thing about reviews, did you enjoy the review process? Did you find any difference? Did you learn something? What are the sweet numbers for reviews from my course? How did you perceive that?
Yeah, well, like one way, and you've been saying that too, is a lot of people, they come up with all these secret ways to get a lot of reviews that really don't work. Like, I heard somebody say, you can add hundreds of reviews to your book. Yeah, just by putting a straight link to the review page in your book. Well, I've done that with all my books, and maybe I get like a few reviews per month. So it's really not...
Yeah.
And the strategy that you use is actually what a lot of people use, and it's no secret, and I don't know, it's just. But
like compared to other courses, the review process is different, and especially, I mean, I give a clear number of the reviews to gather, which sometimes is challenging, but then again, you need to gather a fair amount. No, I mean, with reviews, just people undermine the human factor, because you can be as technological as you want, but then it's still up to a human being to actually write a review and take the bother to do so.
Yeah.
And so there is really no way around that fact. I mean, that's the way it is. So all in all, I think you enjoyed my course. That's fine. I'm glad you could double your royalties. Happy to see you on the Facebook group. I hope you will stay a member and just help other people like you're doing. So do you have any final words, any recommendation, anything to say?
I think it's obvious. I mean, I already made okay money. I actually made full-time income with it, and yeah, there are beginners lessons in the course for that I thought, like, okay, I already knew that. That's for beginners, and so if you're a beginner, that's a good way to buy the course and start out that way. But definitely, like, if you're not a beginner, like, and I mean, it shows. I wasn't a beginner, and I already knew a lot of stuff, but there were just some things in there that was like, okay, that makes a lot of difference. Like the things on CreateSpace, and like leveraging your books more and stuff like that. Made a difference, and I definitely can. I think, I could definitely keep increasing my income that way. Just with those strategies, and that's why I think, like, I told my wife, I said, I can always get my money back, but I said, but if he has anything that can help me make my money back, even if it's in the long run, then he deserves to just keep it. And I thought, maybe in the long run I could make it back, but like I said, I already made a couple $1,000s more within a month.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you surely got your ROI back, so
yeah,
that is.
So it was worth it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Vincent, for this testimonial, this interview. Keep kicking butts, and I will see you on the secret group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers.
Have a nice